I mean, first off, I just want to thank God, man.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Astra Boys Sports Podcast. Today, KC Waltz is out this week. We do have Joe Hooters here. We got Richard Tricky Dick in the house.
Tricky Dick is back, baby.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row, back to back.
That's right, baby. And I am the original TI. So it was a rough one for the Royals in their home opener. Extra innings, a little bit of heartbreak against the Guardians. But don't worry, we're going to break it all down. Plus, the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. The NCAA Tournament is heating up. And we just might talk about that LeBron James and Pat McAfee interview.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one. I heard a little bit of that. That was pretty good.
Yep.
All right. So where better to start than opening day at the K?
Yes. I was at opening day at the K.
We had great weather 2 years in a row, which is freaking great because I remember we talked about it last year that we had great weather because usually the weather is absolutely terrible.
So we were pretty lucky to have good weather. It was a fun atmosphere. It was packed out. It was a good time. And I got a little. Did you have something else you want to say real quick, Tom?
Oh, no. I was just going to say, we weren't just watching from the couch, right? Joe was in the building live and in the mix for all the action. And I was just going to say, Joe, man, set the scene for us. How was the energy?
The energy was great, man. Everyone, opening day, obviously the Royals have had some struggles in the past. We had a long period we were not good, but opening day was always a party. It was always sold out. That was the one baseball game you wanted to go to, was opening day, because it was a party. And that's how it was yesterday. It was a good time. All of it, everybody was hyped up. I do have one little story. They had like bobbleheads, Bobby Witt bobbleheads that you had to donate $75 for.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Donations.
Yeah. So my father-in-law, he bought a Nisa one, and then we're out waiting to get a beer. And Nisa goes to the bathroom. Al's getting the beers, and this guy was like, "Hey, what's up with that bobblehead? Would you get that bobblehead?" And I was like, "Oh, they're selling them over there for like $75." He's like, "Oh," I was like, "I'll give you $100 right now." I'm like, I guess okay.
Fast 25.
Yeah.
Go stand back in line.
You're gonna go buy another one, right?
Was the line real long?
No, it was not. So no, so like we're doing the exchange, and Al turns around, he's like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, I should just flash him 100. He's like, oh, okay.
Nice.
That's a round of beers.
Yeah.
Two beers.
I think the beers were like $13.50 each.
Oh yeah.
$13.50 each. Yeah, man. The beer price, people are gonna pay it. That's why they keep raising it.
I seen an article. They had new food out at the stadium. So did they change the whole menu, or they just added a couple things?
So KC Joe's is at Royal Stadium this year. You get the Z-Man.
The Z-Man, baby.
Barbecue, huh?
Yeah. Some local barbecue there. Man, we didn't eat there. Nope.
Where did you go before? Did you guys? Where
we went
was
to
the
Margaritas.
party?
We went to Margaritas. Had some margaritas down there on the boulevard.
Out of the
Shout out
picture?
Dave Boschitz. He was down there
man.
partying. Mike Q, that's my man.
I have been flying at the Royal Stadium after 2 pitchers of margaritas from the Boulevard. Oh yeah, that's a great.
The Boulevard gets you started right, don't it? It gets it started right.
Hell yeah,
man. It's a good time. Then we head to the game. We tailgated a little bit with the Fonsecas. Then the line to get in was awful.
That's pretty normal though.
Yeah, that's normal, but
there's been lots of years. Like I remember there was a year that we were still in the parking lot and they had already hit like 2 or 3 home runs on us, and we hadn't even made it in the building, in the stadium. So yep. What you got, man?
So I felt like the game was far more competitive than what the final score indicated. Right, ended up 7-4. I do feel like it. With it being a close game, right? Despite the 7-4 score, I do feel like the mistakes definitely were magnified because it was a close game.
Oh yeah, like was it the bottom of the 9th when they had the
bottom of the 8th? Oh, you're talking? No, that was bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It was a double play. I think it turned into a double play.
So yeah, that was awful. But I mean, it started out great. We was up 3-0.
Oh man,
Vinny P hits the 3-run bomb. It's like,
freaking
great, dude. Yeah, man. We're rolling,
man. Oh man,
Yeah,
every time he's at bat, I think he's gonna get a hit. It's so exciting the way he holds the bat. the way he drops it just a little bit right before that pitcher pitches it, and he's making contact, and he's. Man, when he pulled up a little, I was just hoping he wasn't going to pull up limp there when he was rounding second base.
Doesn't he have like a little quad issue?
No, I don't know, a hammy. Yep,
hammy,
something happened just a few weeks here before the in spring training. So yep.
So I know the original Ti. He was on the Big Modcast last night, but he gave me a call at the game, and when you're at the game, you don't really know what's going on sometimes. It's like a party, and the game's just going on in the background. Well, that's how we do it now.
I have rarely watched the game on opening day.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, somebody calls me like, oh, is it 5-4 for what's happening? I'm like, I don't know, man.
It was 4-4 when we called you, and then technically it was 5-4 as we were talking to you. So the reason that came about is Mario asked, he's like, hey, if you called Joe, do you think he'd pick up his phone right now? And I don't know. We were just like, fuck it. Let's see if he'll pick up.
Right.
I was surprised you picked up your phone or you called back.
Because you could hear or something. Yeah.
So you must have thought it was like an emergency. Like, why is Ti calling me during the game?
I was like, does he need a ride somewhere? Isn't he picked up? No.
Yeah. So I do think obviously Vinny was the lone bright spot in the game. I think he had a double. He had a 3-run home run. But man, we left way too many stranded runners.
Well, we didn't have very many hits. So
that's true too.
We didn't strand that many runners, but yeah, we didn't have very many hits.
Well, I think the whole thing in the 8th inning when we got picked off or whatever happened, that was just a momentum changer, right, man?
I lost my shit.
That hit us hard, right?
I like lost all the concentration of what happened in the rest of the game because I just got frustrated. I just could not believe that was happening to this year's Royals on opening day. Again. The blunders. I was like, God damn, man, no way. You knew, social media is going to eat their ass up a little bit and this and that. I'd want them to come through, but come on.
So I don't know if this stat's correct, but they said that they had only 3 extra base hits and they went 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position on Thursday. So I guess they didn't have too many hits, but
the 3 for 11, yeah. I mean, really, the only offensive play we had was the 3-run home run.
Yeah,
and then obviously the 4th run was a sac fly. But besides that, there wasn't too much going on, man. There wasn't too much going on. It was kind of rough offensively. I do like our 3 closers came in and pitched clean innings.
Oh yeah, those guys that came out and threw. Yeah, our new
Irsay, Hunter, and what was that? What's the other guy? The closer guy now? How did you say his name?
Ursig. I don't know, but that's got to feel good, right? You see the closers come in and they're looking solid, they're looking strong. So that was not the case last year all year, anyway. So
Carlos Estevez, Carlos Estevez,
that's gonna be our new closer.
Yeah, that's what happened, man. We shut our closers down, and then their bullpen obviously did better than ours.
They held up a little bit longer than us.
It sucked that as soon as Zerpa's first pitch. I mean, I went upstairs to the restroom and I came back downstairs and the score had changed. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, man.
What the hell? I just went upstairs.
That's how quick it can happen.
To relieve.
What was you relieving, Richard? What was you doing there?
Relieving myself. I just could not believe it. I come downstairs and I could tell by just the announcer's voice and everything. I was like, they just hit a fucking home run.
Yep. Yeah.
I was like, they just hit a home run. I was like, no way. And then it's not necessarily a new game, but Cole Reagan's come out, man. I thought he was gonna strike more guys out. He had the count, he just couldn't put him away. In the first inning, dude, the fucking first guy, the leadoff guy, gets that little bitty ass fucking little dribbler, and it's a hit, right? First guy, right? I mean, Cole Reagan's, I think, had him 0-2. The guy touches a little bit of the ball, gets on first base. Second guy, what's the second guy do? Second guy gets an unbelievable thing too, man. I wrote it down here. It's unreal, man. You guys don't remember? Nobody paid attention?
No. I told you I was at the game, man. You know that.
Damn it, man.
Come on, Richard. You're on. Okay. Well, something didn't happen right. It was not good.
Oh, God. There was, Okay, so, yeah.
Never mind.
Just can't think of right now what all happened, man.
But honestly, in the end, we lost.
I would say this. So you were there at the game. I read an article. I didn't catch much of the game because, like you say, we were doing the podcast. How did Hunter Renfroe look in the outfield? I heard that he was the closest one to a lot of the crucial plays. where he kind of put himself in a bad spot to begin with?
I know one of their runs, he caught a foul ball, and he really wasn't in a good position to throw because they had a runner on third, and that guy scored. So he didn't really get in a good position to throw the ball on that one. Besides that, I really didn't see too much of Hunter Renfrow or really too much of any player.
Of anybody, yeah. They kind of kept him quiet for most of the game, it seems like. So
I know where my notes are.
Oh,
I found my notes. Okay, so the second guy. Okay?
Tricky Dick is back.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I wrote some notes because I loved it, man. It worked out really good. Second guy, who is it? Jose Ramirez. Okay, he's a Kansas City killer, right?
Yeah.
So he comes up, man. I love that guy, but he kills the Royals, right? He hits a shot at third. He hits it to India. India knocks it down and throws him out. I actually thought he was safe. You remember that? You remember that?
No.
Okay, so so the Quan guy goes to second base.
Yeah.
And then Jose's out at first. Okay. So, and again, I don't know if did you think it was a shot to India? You don't remember?
I wasn't
watching.
I didn't see it.
Man, he knocked the ball down. Again, that brings.
Did you see it? Did you think is it something he should have fielded? It should have been a double play.
I thought he did a pretty fucking good job.
He
still got the guy out.
Yeah.
He knocked it down, picked it back up, composed himself through a good fucking thing. I thought the dude was safe. I think the announcers thought he was safe because
they challenge.
They did not challenge because that's what HUD was saying is like the second play of the second batter. Do you want to throw your challenge? And,
right.
How many points you're going to score and all that.
Okay. Well, they don't score points in baseball, but it's okay.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Points.
Runs.
Jamie Jones. Good job. I know. Okay. Third guy. The third guy drops that little hit in between center field, shortstop, and second.
Right.
Okay, so
I do remember that one.
Now we have a guy on third and first, and the fucking pop fly comes out. The guy catches it out in like right field. Massey catches it. I thought the right fielder was going to catch it, but Massey ends up catching it. And HUD says, what a great catch it was because of the sun and all them good, fabulous stuff. And somehow or another, I think Reagan gets out. The DH comes up. That's the guy that fucking killed us.
Their DH. Who's their DH?
Their DH right here.
Hey, Joe, did you check sound?
Manzardo.
Manzardo,
absolutely. Manzardo dominated us, man. He comes up. Noel strikes out. Anyways, Reagan gets out of the first. I thought that was pretty freaking badass. I thought for all the things that happened in the first inning, Reagan gets out of it. Bam. I thought, okay, here we go. They didn't score.
That's good to have a little bit of adversity to start the first inning and then fucking see him overcome it. Yes.
Oh man, I thought
gives you a good feeling about the team.
Then we get up. Who hits first?
India.
Yep, he hits a shot, man. It sounds a little weak. It's off the bat. He hits it to left field. It's not quite warning track power, but everybody gets excited. He's out.
Yeah, you hear the crack of the bat. It's always like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just so everybody knows, Joey Mulch just came down here and paid me money for a video game. That's what these kids do these days. Is come down here and want to buy a video game. Yeah, he has to pay.
Oh,
for sure.
You're gonna need to get him a car. Joey Mullets, let's get him a car. He needs a car.
Well, he's not too much into driving right now. He got his permit, but he's not. He doesn't really like to drive a lot.
I'm gonna push him into that.
At least with me.
A young man needs to drive.
Yes,
man. He needs to be in control.
Maybe he just doesn't like driving with me.
To go do whatever. Okay.
maybe
that's probably what it is. He probably feels like he's just being fucking watched, and probably makes him a little nervous. I would imagine. So
no doubt.
Then Bobby Witt's up. Okay, what'd you think? Did you watch it? Did you slow down and remember his first hit? His first at bat. His first at bat.
No, what happened?
He got struck out. He didn't swing.
I did watch that strikeout. I was like, this dude's about to strike out because it was 0-2. He got an 0-2 count.
And then he didn't swing, and it was a little high, and he fucking struck out. I was like, damn it. Even the announcers were saying, it's close. You got to swing the bat. It looked high, God damn. But we went down 1-2-3. First inning, I was like, damn it.
That's how it goes.
Damn it. Yeah.
Well, let's get started on this Royals preview. We're actually going to start with last year. So last year we ended up 86-76. That was a surprise year, right? We were kind of like surprised at that. We kind of came out of nowhere. We knew we had Bobby Witt. We knew he was going to be a great player, but we actually made some very key signings last year with Michael Waka, Seth Lugo, Hunter Renfro, and we locked up Bobby Witt Jr. for long term. That was all last year. All of those signings worked out great, which sometimes that's hard to do, right? But you don't always hit on all your free agents. But we hit pretty good.
I would say
and-
that's definitely a good sign moving forward.
Yes. And it showed that the new ownership will put some money into it. Like they went out on a limb, they spent some money. We got good players and they performed. That's what it's supposed to be, right? They performed. And we had a good record. We went to the playoffs. We won the first series. Everyone's excited. Right. And we had some late season additions with Hunter Harvey and Ursay.
Yep.
I really like those. And going forward, those are main parts of our bullpen, which struggled last year. We had a hard time with our bullpen last year.
We blew a lot of games. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we could have been a
Early.
lot more
Early games.
So Richard, how much do you think that success from everybody last year was that real, or did we just have a lucky season?
Ooh, with the pitching, man,
Yeah.
the pitching, I hate to say, the pitching was just top notch when you have a couple of young